Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pino back. I ain't made a video in I don't know how long. I had a couple of buddies who started up again, and somebody told me, hey, man, maybe you should do something. Anyway, look, it's just been hectic with work, a lot of other things, but I'm kind of chilling right now, playing the game with some buddies in a new little spot. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, we got some interesting fights. I've been running Kingpin Trinity mainly, and so I want to say the last two rounds was the first non-Kingpin Trinity. And I also, this is like second time I've used my rank 4 Colossus. And I had just rank 4'd him last round specifically for Path 5 and then to take I don't remember who I took on 51 last round, but it was somebody. Kate Bishop on this node, she's a pain in the ass. She's tactic, and then she has that little mechanism, man, where when if you play her stun immune, you don't really have to worry about too much. But I didn't want that. Because she's tactic, I wanted to be able to parry, heavy, knock her down, stack armor when I can, and then just basically SP2 and smack her and get out of her. It was a rank 5. I wanted to do my part and make sure I got the solo. So that's why I rented Wags. Now, SP2 back to back, if you can, great. If not, not too bad. But in this fight here, man, I was a little sloppy. It was early in the morning. This morning when I took these fights, I really wasn't quite fully awake, and I mean, you seen I took some chip damage there on fell parry stuns and shit, and I had a Wags on, so that just goes to tell you how much I was on the game this morning. Now this fight here was interesting. I had a fight planned to fight Kindred. I took him last round. I figured out how to really play him well, and I have a rank 5 SIG 200 Kindred. And fought a couple in BG, so I kind of know his mechanics. Plus, I could duel like unlimited times and kind of try some different things. I had a plan, and it was really, I guess, the normal way you would fight him if you're going to use Scorpion, and it goes out the window immediately. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So usually you want to be aggressive with them if you're going to use Scorpion. This is, you'll see it. Now I got Ebb and Flow knockdown, but I also have the Unstoppable where he throws a heavy, he's going to be unstoppable. So you can't capitalize after he throws a heavy. So everything's going good. I want to push him to the corner, get the SP1 off, let him get to the SP1, throw it. And what I want to do is dex the first hit of it, dash in, and then hold block to block the little beam. And I didn't do it there. I didn't do it because I didn't trust the spacing there. Now, what happens is he gets to Infestation, and a Nightmare kicks in, and I have to bail on everything. So it's back away. I was able to get a parry and a heavy so that he gets to 70% faster, time countdown. And then now I'm trying to get back into this. But what happens is I'm always sitting at 2 bars of power. Now, here's something that I figured out dueling. And I get a little sloppy there. We're trying to counter him. Is the SP2 is actually another way to take him out. The Petrify that you get from the SP2 is going to bypass, like when he roots you and his healing and all that shit. You'll see it. You're going to see it. And the only reason why I knew this is because I've been dueling the shit out of mine. Again, I have to bail. Look at his life. He's at 27. Normally, you're like, hey, if you was doing the SP1 situation, then what you want to do is try to hold off on and look at all these pop-ups. My bad. Is hold on to at least a bar of power for the rooted situation. Watch this. Like I said, the Infestation kicked up. It was like 2 or 3 times in here where I had to run away and bail on my fight plan and be a little bit more patient. Watch the SP2. Watch it cancel out. Boom. And look at this. Nothing. Nothing. Now, I kind of stumbled across that by accident in my duels this morning, and it worked. Next fight here is Chavez on 19. Took it many times. Um, it's not the hardest fight. Uh, I tell you what, she's still a pain in the ass. It's more so the node. If you got a wags on here and you can get the parry to get the knockdown to kind of keep the damage going, and even though you're going to lose your debuffs at time, um, it's still not a bad fight. She's still safe. Now, that's also understanding her kit too, making sure she ain't unblockable. You'll see in here where you go, well, why is your taunt not on? After I throw my SP1s at time, if you don't have the taunt, then you're not safe to fucking block an unblockable. Like if she goes unblockable on her SP2. I'm also paying attention to her dimensions. Well, at least for me, I am. Did you see here in this fight? Again, I take some block damage. I kind of expected that in a sense, but again, I was like half-ass awake this morning on these first three fights. But we got them down. Now we're going to go on to, that was path 5.1. Now we're going to go to 1.2. There's a Doom here. This is going to be a super fast fight. Yeah, when I back up, if I back up twice, he's going to go. You'll get the regen. But I'm not even worried about all of that. I'm not, because Scorpion is tailor-made to just roll Dr. Doom here. And this is a rank 5, SIG 200. You saw it. Once I get to the SP1, I mean, look at the burst damage alone. That's 2 SP1s with the burst. There's 3, and he's just bursting them down. I'm not really worried about how many times I dex back at all. I just want to do what I did. Push him in the corner, punish him. I got, 3 or 4 SP1s before his aura ran out and before I had to use, kind of line up to get him back in the loop. He was almost dead. This one, Hulkling, I've taken before here. This was when Scorpion was tactic, though. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just, he's poison immune, so make sure you go to Ruptures and select Ruptures. Now, this fight's going to be a little longer, and it's mainly because of his fucking kit and the regen. But it's really because of the indestructible. Because of that indestructible, there's going to be windows of time where it's not taking damage. So if he's indestructible, when I'm smacking and trying to get in, it's not. But you just got to keep the loop going, and you see it. Keep him in the corner, let him come out, bait the SP1, SP2. You don't have to worry about any projectiles or anything like that. And he's pretty easy to evade his specials. Now he's gonna be unblockable. Ain't no ands if buts about that. You see how many times I'm dexing. All of that goes out the window. But because of the SP1 with the taunt and the sting burst, and you're gonna constantly have debuffs on him, you'll tick him down. I mean, we're 3:45 into this fight. You see my health pool. I am crushing the health pool race. Now, if Dr. Doom was fight, I think that was like a 58-second video, so I don't know. The fight was probably like 40-something seconds. You can't do that with him because of his indestructible. And you see it. Safe fight, no issues. Last fight of the war, 51. I took this last round, used Colossus. Like I said, I just ranked for him. He was SIG 200, rank 3, and I kind of was like, maybe this is a reason for me to do it. We needed one because of the bans, and put a wags on him, and this is pretty much, parry medium light, parry medium. If you do go medium light medium, make sure you throw a parry or a special. I've got power backs on. And that was strictly to, if I could get to the SP2 back to back. But with Kingpin in this, I almost pushed him to 2 bars there. And I really don't want to do that in this fight at all. Keep him away. So I kind of misjudged how much power he was going to get off of that. So I make the adjustment from here on in the fight. You're going to see me throw maybe, I think, a couple more heavies. And then I'm going to try to get him to bait SP1s immediately. So this fight it's a safe fight. If the defender is friendly for Colossus to use against, because he doesn't debuff. Get a Wags on there. So if they put a tactic champ there, you see it, man. This is just too easy in my opinion. I mean, look at the control. Easy control. You want him to stay in the SP1. And Kingpin's usually pretty cooperative. Understanding, I'm going to be gaining armor. And you're going to, when you knock him down, you're going to burn some of his power. You take away the prowess. So it just kind of keeps this in check. And as long as you are doing all of that, this fight is going to be a little longer. We're almost at the 3-minute mark. But, and then I will tell you now, 25 to that 10%, man, don't go crazy with the SPs. Because you fuck around and you push him to SP2 in between throwing one. And he doesn't die and he throws it. And, it could turn that fight really quick. So, again, just being patient. And you saw it there. I went medium, light, medium. I throw a heavy. And then I'm like, okay. I didn't get crazy to throw the SP1. I just said, fuck it. I'll take it. That was the end of the fight. End of the war. Right now, it ain't looking good. Take care.